Hi, John.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Good.
It's great to see you here today.
You too?
Glad that you were able to make it. I know that you have a very busy, demanding schedule,
Yeah.
and life can get crazy at times. So just wanted to just have our weekly check-in just to see how you're doing.
All right. Yeah. Um, this week it was pretty average. Been working, been trying to go out a little more, see some friends of mine. Still, having trouble with the drinking a little bit and all
Okay,
of that, but it's a pretty average week.
okay, okay. So why do you feel uh, you're having a problem or trouble with the drinking?
With the drinking this week. I really have been thinking a lot about Travis this week because
Oh,
his anniversary of his death is in like 7 days. It's like a
oh,
week.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so
So
sorry that this Travis that has happened. I'm sorry. Really, I'm sorry about that.
yeah.
And I can only imagine how difficult it can be.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, it's how old? I'm like early 40s. Let's see. He passed away. What like? I mean, I should be used to it by now. It was a long time ago, but it's
Oh well,
still.
no. It's whenever a loved one passes away. It can be a difficult time, and the grieving process. It is a process, and there's no set amount of time in terms of you actually getting over the death of a loved one. So don't 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 beat up on yourself. It's totally normal, atypical of what you're feeling right now. Those feelings that you're expressing, it's okay to feel like that.
Okay. Well, it's good to hear that. I just, I don't know. I maybe need to like watch out for the, I don't know, cause like we've been talking, like the drinking is getting a little better.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want this to like spiral me into anything.
Into somewhat of a relapse,
Yeah,
to where it was the drinking binges were more frequent.
yeah. And so
Okay,
it's sort of
yeah.
why I've been trying to like hang out with friends more, so I'm not just alone in my apartment. But it's
Mm-hmm.
hard, especially at this time of the year, and being so busy with like work and stuff, and trying to have money, trying to pay the bills.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it just it helps me.
Yeah.
you know.
So going back to your friends,
Mhm.
um, and our sessions they are definitely confidential. Have you found your friends to be of support to you in this grieving process, or in the grieving process from the time that your partner made his transition?
Well, a lot of my friends knew Travis, um,
Mm-hmm.
and so some of them are sort of also grieving. Some of them don't understand why I'm still upset about it because it was so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been hard, but I try not to talk about it very much just because it makes me more upset. So they'll start
Oh.
to talk about Travis, and then you know, it just makes me upset, and so I try not to talk to them about it.
So there have been instances where they were talking about Travis, and did you become enraged?
Yeah, I was like angry. But I tried to like leave the situation because I do have most of my memories around Travis are good, but then
Mm-hmm.
it's also weird because he also did some stuff that was kind of shitty to me, and so
Okay, and I'm just want to let's want to touch in with that. You want to mind sharing with me what some of the other things that were not so cool or good? Because it sounds like that you have a lot on the inside, and with me being your clinician, your therapist, we want to, and this is a safe space. So whatever's on your mind, I want you to express that,
yeah,
because I want you to release those things that are out on the inside,
yeah,
because that will, in long term, that's going to aid in your healing and in your growth process.
right,
And it is a process.
Yeah, it's definitely a process.
Yeah. So you care just to check in terms of what were some of those challenges and things that Travis did that didn't make you feel too good?
Um, well, it's hard to talk about just because he's gone, and so I feel bad like saying bad stuff about him. But
Well,
um,
we don't have to look at it in the context of um, saying bad things about it. Let's look at it in the context of sharing sharing those things in which you felt he could have done a little bit differently in order to not make you feel the way that you feel at this point, to the point where you become enraged
right.
at times. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that.
Okay. Yeah, because you're not in this context. We're not with you expressing yourself and saying your feelings. We're not saying that Travis is a bad person.
Mm.
We're just giving you the opportunity to express
Right.
yourself and your feelings.
Right.
Because this is a safe space.
Okay. Well, I mean, he was like verbally abusive sometimes in situations where, like, if he could have done it different, I would have liked, him to just talk to me instead of saying stuff like that. And it was hard, and occasionally it would get physical, but that wasn't as often. And you know, I don't. It's a different situation because we're two men, so I just don't. If I feel like I should be able to take it, he's just another guy. And then I did catch him cheating on me one time.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and so that was, I don't know. So just with the anniversary of his death and thinking about how he cheated on me and was just abusive in some ways.
Okay, so let's dissect that. How did you handle the whole cheating fiasco?
Well, we took a small break. Um, it was with one of our mutual friends actually, and I walked in on them, and it was.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was hard. But we at that point,
sorry to hear that.
we'd been dating for a while. We had a lot invested, and he said he was sorry, and so I gave him another chance, and then it was just bad timing, and then like a year or so later he got sick. So,
Oh, goodness.
but so I don't know. I distanced myself. Like I'm not friends with that other person anymore because I couldn't do that.
Okay.
But Travis and I did make up. I think there was always a little anger on my part that I never really expressed that much toward him. But
and that's good that you were able to identify within yourself and feel your feelings at this moment that, okay, because of this cheating episode, I can no longer be friends with that individual, because that takes a lot of strength.
Yeah.
To be able to say, well, I'm not happy that this cheating episode took place, and you were supposed to be one of, you were a friend, you were a mutual friend,
they were a good friend.
A good friend.
Yeah.
So I applaud you for that, because that takes a lot of strength to disconnect that relationship, that friendship. But at the end, that's going to only help you and make you stronger. So that is showing resiliency and inner strength. So I applaud you for that, and that's a good sign that we're going in the right direction.
Yeah, and I wish I had told Travis, because it was sort of like.
You wish that you would have told Travis what? Care to share?
Just that, like, how angry I was with him, because I feel like it just went so. I mean, Travis was like a very sweet talker. He was very good at sort of alleviating any sort of situation, and so I wish I had told him how much he really hurt me.
So you felt that in between the time of that episode and the deterioration of the health, you, in some sounds like, correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds like that all of these emotions that you were feeling towards Travis were bottled up
Yeah.
because you weren't at that place yet to where you could really communicate how you felt
Yeah.
because you were just so angry
Mhm.
and just pissed off.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it.
Yeah.
That's how it sounds like what it sounds like.
Yeah. And then when he started to get sick, like I don't wanna yell at him. I don't wanna, like that's not.
Yeah, so it seems like that once the illness, when the health deterioration took place, you showed, with you tabling those emotions and holding those feelings in, um, you not, bringing those out towards him. I applaud you for that because you showed a lot of you showed a lot of selflessness because you could have um, really communicated how you felt towards him. You could have left him,
Yeah.
but you stuck around.
Yeah, I stayed with him.
And that was, and by no means that is not easy.
Yes.
Because you are important as an individual and a person too. And even with you delaying expressing how you felt and communicating to Travis how you felt, that took a lot of inner strength. So I applaud you for that. And as again, I just want to reiterate, in this space, let it out. So what are some things, and just whatever you want to say, but what are some things that you wish you could have told Travis? Let's bring all those things out now.
Do it. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I wish I would have told him that he was being really selfish. I just wish I could have conveyed to him how angry he made me and how much he really did hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, um, because I don't think he understood that. I think that in his head it was like, oh, this is like gay men sleep around. This is what we do.
Mm.
But he was unfaithful, and it made me really upset. And it was very, very hurtful, and he didn't get it. And I'm like mad at myself for not saying this stuff because like that's I like I should have been able to do that. I should have been able to communicate to him how I was feeling, and that I didn't do that. Why how like how weak am I that I couldn't even tell the person who I was in a relationship with for years how I was actually feeling,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just, I don't know.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. So, in terms of the alcohol, at which point or which moments or points in your life, or in this, in this season that we're in, where do you feel that the spikes occur in your usage with the alcohol? What triggers the higher frequency of usage of the alcohol? Would you say?
Yeah. I mean, lately it's been because his death it's the anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Other times, I think it's been just when I'm feeling down or when I'm not sort of with friends as much. When when I'm like trying to date other people, and
Mm-hmm.
so that'll make me drink more. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what are some? So you said that you tend to drink more in the event when you start thinking about the death of death of Travis, as well as the times in which you felt violated and hurt by him. Has you being in your circle of friends, has that helped to deter deter some of the usage and the binging episodes of the alcohol?
Yeah, I mean, most of my friends I like and we get along and they make me feel good.
Okay.
It's not always the most helpful, just because usually when we do hang out, there's a lot of alcohol around.
Okay.
But some of them are respectful and they know that I'm trying to quit and all of that.
Okay.
But yeah, my friends don't really know that Travis was abusive to me on those levels. I've never
Okay.
really talked to them about it.
Okay.
And I don't know, maybe I should. I'm not sure, but it seems kind of pointless now. But
Mhm.
yeah, they've been helpful with the drinking.
Okay. So let's get back and touch into more of the abuse. Um, so as a result of the abuse, whether it was verbal or physical, how did how did it make you feel after these episodes occurred? And just want to check in with you on that. How?
I mean, it would make me feel pretty worthless. I mean, he would just go off about stuff that I should have known, just like stuff that you wouldn't see coming, but
Mm-hmm.
I could have fixed it. It just made me feel like, well, I was angry that he
That's okay.
was.
That's okay.
was
That's okay. Express totally how you feel.
Yeah, so I was angry, but at the same time, like disappointed myself for never leaving or for never, telling him how much it bothered me, or why I just couldn't stick up for myself when he was being Tyler. Travis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's totally. That is totally. I totally respect that. And with you being here in this space in this moment, it's showing how you have grown as a person to come to this point to where you can really express, how you felt after these episodes.
Yeah, why do you think, like, why do you think I didn't do that? Like, why didn't I just tell him?
Um, I think one of the reasons why, and I can speak in the context of, with me being a gay man myself, is that it is challenging, finding finding true love and relationships uh, within um, the LGBT community, because not all of our relationships are accepted by mainstream society as a whole, and there can be instances from our personal family lives where family has kicked us to the curb, and so we have to create those communities. We have to find our community. We have to find our spouses or partners and mates,
Yeah,
and it's not easy letting go.
yeah. Travis
And
was
and,
one of
and, and,
those.
and, in, and in your situation, you all were lovers, from the college years.
Mhm.
So, I commend you for, because for the years that you all known each other, uh, that's to be commended, because there are just instances, and whether you're gay or straight, but, speaking to my truth as a gay man, it's hard to find a relationship and to sustain a relationship when you have uh, family that doesn't accept you and disowns you. You have who you thought you were your friends. When you accept your truth, they walk out, and then even with when you have friends in your circle, who you thought you could trust, but they sleep with your boyfriend or your partner behind your back. That can be hurtful, and I can speak to that because I've experienced that myself.
Yeah,
And it really does suck when you think that you found someone that you want to be committed to, but you have a friend in the circle that cheats on you, that yeah, it really does suck. So I can totally relate to you. So I think it was a combination of those factors of wanting to of not having another resource, trying to make things work, and it's not wrong. You're not there's nothing wrong with you making the choice and deciding that you want to see how this could end out, because in relationships and in whatever that relationship status is, you're going to have your challenges.
Yeah.
But you showed a lot of strength by doing your best to stick it out and to be patient.
Mm-hmm.
So I commend you for that. So, but again, those are some of the reasons why I think
Yeah.
it was. So don't beat yourself up.
Mm-hmm. And he was like during college. Uh, that is when I was like trying to come out to my family and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
it's gotten better since then. But in the beginning, they weren't great with it.
Mm-hmm.
But Travis was really supportive then, and he really helped me a lot at that point. So yeah, he was like someone who I could count on, and someone I loved him a lot. I did love him,
Mm-hmm.
so I wanted to be with him.
Yeah. And the love that you had for him, it certainly was displayed. Certainly was displayed.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we have to keep it real and honest. Travis, he dropped the ball in some instances.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he certainly could have been more supportive of you. He certainly could have taken the time to show that he really does care and to express to you the fact that he really appreciates those things that you did for him. Because yes, you could have walked out and left after the cheating episode.
Mm-hmm.
You most certainly could have.
Or while he was sick.
But you possess that inner strength inside of you that stayed and stuck it out.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly was a rough area, a rough moment in your life, but you got through it.
Yeah.
So you have inner strength, and I applaud you for that.
Yeah.
I applaud you for that. So in terms of the alcohol, what types of alcohol or drinks, I should say, do you find yourself going towards when you have these flashbacks and you feel this enragement within you? Is it just the beer or is it the hard liquor?
Liquor.
Okay.
Whiskey and stuff like that.
Okay.
Not really a vodka person. Whiskey mostly.
Okay. So whiskey mostly. Okay.
But I don't know. I'm trying to not like keep it in the house as much.
Okay.
I've been going to meetings.
Okay.
But it's hard.
Okay. And I certainly can check in with you and let you know that absolutely it is hard.
And part of
And
me,
also,
part of me like doesn't even like it does make me feel better a lot of that. Like it may ultimately like yeah, like we've talked about, it makes me feel worse. But when I'm doing it, it helps. And so it's like, do I really want to not do it anymore? If it's helping me. But I know I need to stop.
Okay. And I'm not here to beat you over the head or to pass any judgments on towards you.
Mm-hmm.
You have the freedom and the right to drink as much as you would like. You also have the right to not drink as much as you would like. So I'm not, by any means, I'm not trying to make you feel any less of a person or make you feel bad. But with me being a clinician and your therapist, it's my responsibility to have an invested interest in your health and in your well-being. And I want you to live a long, healthy, prosperous, happy life.
Yeah.
And with excessive alcohol usage, it can do physical damage as well as mental damage to your health.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want us in this process, in this journey, we want to come up with some coping strategies
Right.
that we can utilize so that when you have these moments of rage and frustration and resentment and bitterness, I want to try to find another avenue in which we can channel those emotions and those energies so that we can do constructive positive things
Right.
to
Okay.
to release you from that.
Yeah, I would like that.
Okay. Um, Now, if I'm remember, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do remember from previous sessions that you said that you were uh, somewhat athletic in your
Yeah.
college years.
Yeah, I used to play basketball.
Okay. Um, I know that the various Ys here throughout the community, they have the what I think it's the Saturday
Yeah, those
Saturday
leagues.
league games.
Hmm.
How would you be interested in possibly checking out one of those?
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. I would like that a lot. I've been meaning to sort of look into that stuff, and I
Okay.
just
Okay. Well,
haven't yet.
well, the next session I can come with some information and check in on that because
Yeah.
I think that's one avenue that you can take. I believe that you also mentioned that you like to travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be nice to sort
Okay.
of get back to some of my interests in reading and
Mhm.
all of that. Yeah.
Now, in terms of all of the, in terms of the this, the journey and the season that we're in now, how is your professional life, your professional employment life? How is everything okay in the career aspect of things?
Yeah, things are going all right. I mean, typical, like my boss is a dick, you know.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's gonna change at all.
Probably not.
Yeah.
As long as that paycheck keeps on coming, that's
Yeah.
what's important.
Exactly. So
Okay.
it hasn't been affecting my work really, which is good.
Okay, that's great. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good, and you just keep on keeping on,
Alright.
and like I told you in the beginning of this is a process, and so when you leave this space, I want you to feel empowered. Know that you have the power to make healthy, wise choices for your life, so that you can have a full, healthy, productive life. So I will we'll definitely check on the information of the basketball leagues, and then I'll look into some other programs as well,
Great.
so that we can continue through this journey. But we're going in the right direction. We're aiding in your growth and healing process, and
Great.
that's great. So I'm very pleased with how things are going. Are you pleased for the most part in terms of how things are
Yeah. I
going
think
with
it's
with the
good.
sessions?
I think the basketball thing's a good idea. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. And again, we'll come up with other strategies. Because there may be, even with your friends, we could find uh, a niche for your friends in terms of helping you get through this process.
Right.
So that so that you, so that we can continue to go in the right direction that you need to go, so that you don't endanger or hurt yourself. Because I don't want to see that happen.
Right.
I want to see the best for you.
All right. Sounds
Okay.
good.
All right. Well,
Thanks.
it was great to see you, and we'll
You too.
see you next week,
All right,
same
see you
time.
next week.
All right.